see which way it goes. Okay, good afternoon. I'm here to represent the General Electric Company in Louisville's Appliance Park and talk to you about green jobs and jobs of the future. How many of you in this room remember when, let's go back to 1973, there were 23,000 people working at Appliance Park? Yeah. Today there's over 4,000 working out there, and it is the headquarters operation of Louisville's, or of General Electric's Appliances and Lighting Division. That's an $8 billion company that's headquartered in Louisville, Kentucky, but most of us in this room still think of it as the manufacturing plants out at the end of Newburgh Road. So, of those 4,000 jobs out there, about 2,000 of them are manufacturing jobs, and about 2,000 of them are headquarters type professional and executive roles. So it's a major player in the local economy. It's a major player in the national appliances and lighting industry. And what we have, and what's on the screen, is we're talking about the American renewal at Appliance Park. And when we talk about that, we're talking about the leadership GE is going to take in bringing jobs back to the United States, and the types of jobs we're bringing back are, they'll look a lot like the jobs that left here, but they're going to be performed in a different way. What you see on the screen is the new General Electric hybrid hot water heater. This is going to be manufactured in Louisville, Kentucky beginning next year. And it's a green product. And why is it a green product? Is because over just several years, you'll recover the cost, the purchase price of this product in energy savings in your home. So we're going to start making that in Louisville, Kentucky, and we're going to make other green products in Louisville, Kentucky as well. And when we talk about American renewal, this is a quote from our chairman, Jeff Immelt. We want to invest to help lead American growth renewal. We're financing small and medium-sized companies through our GE Capital business. And we're, most importantly to us, we're rebuilding manufacturing capability. So in Appliance Park, there are 6 manufacturing buildings. 5 of those are currently being used for manufacturing, but only 3 of them are devoted to a full product. By 2013, we'll have new products in Appliance Park, and we'll be reinventing not only the products themselves, but the way we make those products. And the way we make those products is we're going to employ lean manufacturing principles, and we're doing it right now. So what's lean? And if you're talking about jobs of the future, the jobs I'm talking about are lean manufacturing jobs, how we make the assembly line work and eliminate all the waste on the assembly line. That's not only parts that fall to the floor, but it's time on the assembly line, making jobs safer so that we don't lose time and employee resources because they're injured. And this is the technique that we're going to use. Now, how is that being used right now? If you looked at that product on the first screen, that product is currently being made and has been made for the last year, but it's being made in China, not in the United States. And when we decided to bring that product back, we decided we would redesign the product. And in redesigning the product, we created a project room. And in that project room are people who are familiar with marketing. We have design engineers, tooling engineers, manufacturing engineers, maintenance employees, and hourly assembly line employees. And we're redesigning that product from the bottom up. And it's going to look different. It's going to be a different product than the one you saw on that screen, because we're using the know-how of the American worker. They work on that assembly line. They know how, if an engineer might put a part on, well, I'll use a real example. Let's see, I'll go back. Okay, look at this product here, and you see that front, that's a keypad where you're going to tell this hybrid hot water heater what to do. That keypad, when originally designed, you have to put it on, you have to have these little bitty hands to reach around and connect the wires. And if something breaks inside that keypad, you have to remove the entire assembly in order to service it. We had an hourly employee and a maintenance employee get together and look at that thing, and they said, if it was coming down my assembly line at my workstation, how would I design that? So they redesigned it so that now there's a hinge and the keypad drops down. You can easily attach the wires. They eliminated 6 stampings in the manufacture of the process. It's going to be cheaper to make, it's going to be easier to assemble, and it's going to be easier to service and better for the consumer. And we're really proud of this process, and we're going to use this process when we manufacture every new product at Appliance Park. So that's what we're looking at. This is what lean means. That's how it works. And this is what it means to us. We're going to put in a new dishwasher lean line. It's going to save us $2 million. All of our new lines are going to be lean designed. And that same project, we're going to give you an example. They started from scratch on the assembly line. They spent 2 months designing that assembly line. They built a scale model of the assembly line in like 1/32 or 1/64 scale. Then they recreated the assembly line using cardboard and styrofoam and mocked up what the assembly line would look like in full scale and moved the parts around, moved the pieces around, and by doing that, they eliminated some of the positions that we would have hired for. They eliminated a lot of the equipment, but it's going to be a much more efficient process. And if you have a belief that when you make a product and give a better price to a consumer, there's going to be greater volume, we'll recover those jobs in the process. Since we started the lean process, we have trained 1,000 of our assembly line workers. So half of our assembly line workforce at Appliance Park is trained on lean. During the recession, going back to 2008 to this point, no employee at Louisville Appliance Park working on that assembly line has been laid off during the entire recession. And we've done it by creating better jobs, working smarter, and getting our people to the point where we're doing the things that we need to do to match volume. Thank you.